Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Scott. I want to welcome everyone to our iZigg 90210 webinar review. Tonight I'm joined by a very dear friend of mine and an individual that has helped spearhead iZigg and 90210 across the entire nation. His name is Greg Akers out of Dayton, Ohio. Greg, first of all, I want to welcome you to the webinar. We're going to take approximately the next 15 minutes and just really dive into, how do you make money in today's economy? And just before this call, I did a few numbers, and I was interested to look at out there right now what's happening in the career world, what's happening in corporate America. So I went to careerbuilder.com and looked at the top 25 jobs that are available across this country. And I started to calculate the ability to create money and lifestyle through the top positions in corporate America. So let's just say that you work 12 hours per day, 5 days per week, 52 weeks per year. You took no vacation. The highest paying job on Career Builder is less than $30 per hour. So if you calculate that out, you would work 3,120 hours, times that by $30 per hour, of which you're not going to get at Career Builder, but I went up. That's going to provide you $93,600 before taxes. Guys, if that's lifestyle to you, you need to reevaluate what you're playing for and who you're playing for in this country. And Greg, I'd like to begin by discussing with you about leverage. You've been in traditional business for the last 20 years. You've been incredibly successful in both sports merchandising and celebrity estates. Share from your perspective the need for people not to just work hard in today's market, but the need to leverage and to work smart.
Yeah, for sure, Dr. Scott. In my traditional business, I had to go to a company. I had to be there and be there for my employees on a daily basis to kind of supervise or keep them going throughout their day. Not the case today with opportunities in leveraged income, whereby I can go out and I can go build a team of individuals that are working on my behalf nearly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Not that I ever lay down, especially not in the beginning. But what you can do right now with the leveraged income model is you can go build a base of people that will pay you on and on and on a residual basis. Not the case in any previous jobs that I ever had before. If I ever left that company or sold that company or whatever, that income stayed with the company. It never transferred on to me. That's what I love so much about the model that you're going to share with everybody here tonight.
Yeah, when you look at today, it's essential. I don't care who you are, what you do. In today's economy, it's essential to keep overhead and investments low and profit potential high. And overhead is the number one factor which puts small business professionals out of business. So we look at the need for distribution power. And I love McDonald's because it's such a clear and evident example of the power of distribution. Before us, we have a map of all the McDonald's across this country. McDonald's moves the amount of hamburgers, shakes, French fries, and everything else that they market, not because they have one big store, but they have stores in every community, every neighborhood across this country, and now all over the world. This is exactly what iZigg is doing in the realm of mobile media. However, we don't need the $1 million franchise. We don't need the brick-and-mortar expense. We don't need the staff and all the liability that comes along with it. We allow individuals to have their own mobile media agency, which is virtual, where literally their cell phone is their business, where they can go out and share this brand with their friends, with their family, colleagues, coworkers, individuals in their community. And together, we go build the biggest brand in mobile media, and together, we create not just financial return, but most importantly, mobility and freedom. And Greg, you look at the ability today for a person to go into business, in this case with iZigg, we have two agency packages, one of which is our agency promo pack. It's $448 for the entire year when you add together the charter membership and the agency promo pack, or when you look at our Charter Platinum partnership, $2,595. Either way, when you look at those two agency packages, both provide you our platform so that you can brand your current business interests. And I don't care who a person is out there, the most important person to brand is you. Greg, recently you and I met with Pete Rose, being from Dayton, Cincinnati area. What an incredible legend in the sports realm. And looking at Pete branding himself at either Pete Rose to 90210 or Hit King to 90210. I don't care if you're on this phone, whatever your background, whatever your career, whatever your profession, the most important person to brand always is you. So you can begin branding yourself along with all your business interests, in addition to being in business where you can build across the entire United States with zero territorial restrictions. We handle all product research and development. We handle the brand. We handle customer service. We handle bookkeeping, accounting, and everything else that you need to traditionally handle in either a standard business or a franchise. And Greg, what that provides people the ability to do is to be in business for what equates down to as little as $1.23 per day, again, with no staff, no liability, no accounting, no customer service. And we look at the magnitude of the market before us. 30 million small businesses in this country alone. Add on top of that schools, associations, churches, synagogues, and local business professionals, with a market sector that currently is 95% open for the taking. Right now, less than 5% of any entity in the open market is currently utilizing any form of mobile to connect and communicate. And when you look at the even bigger need, the 225 million Americans over the age of 18 who are looking more so than ever before in history, how do you create income? How do you create lifestyle in this lousy economy of which we find ourselves? Well, the answer is be an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs follow one golden rule: go where the money is. You look at the options for Americans today to create financial return. Corporate America, I hate to point out the obvious, isn't the answer. People today have an average of 10 to 14 jobs by the young age of 38. Individuals in their 40s, 50s, and 60s are being replaced daily by individuals in their 20s and 30s who work for a fraction of the pay without benefits. Then we look at the cost, the liability, and the risk of traditional business and franchising, combined with the fact that banks aren't lending today, so you need to be self-capitalized, which puts the large majority, in fact, the majority of Americans out of the picture. Then we look at all the different deals out there, the travel deals, the juice deals, the vitamin deals, the mineral deals. They are at best another Me Too company. Unless you have a competitive edge in today's market, don't begin competing. We have a wide open landscape, and we are the game changer in the market today. So, Greg, I'd love for you to share, and I love results because I believe at all times documentation beats conversation. Here, a great friend of yours and mine, Robert Eggers, Papa John's well-known franchise. We look at the results of this one small campaign, and people go, well, Papa John's falls off the market. Guys, do you realize how many Papa John's locations there are across this country? We deal at the local franchise level. The key to mobile is local, real-time, value-based connectivity with the local market. And Greg, I'd love for you to share this example of Papa John's and the results that Robert is seeing.
Yeah, Dr. Scott, what's more important here is, the relationship that led us to Papa John's. It wasn't a corporate sales call or a cold sales call of somebody driving to Athens, Georgia to meet with franchise owner Robert Eggers. It was a friend telling a friend telling a friend telling a friend that led us to this account. And what it did, when Robert Eggers first saw this, he said, wow, he said, this mobile platform will allow me to control when an offer is sent out. You see, Papa John's is accustomed to sending out incredible offers and deals on a corporate level, but if they would send out a $3.99 pizza or a $5.99 pizza, whatever it might be, well, Robert was on the other end having to redeem those offers sometimes on a busy Thursday or Friday night when he was busy selling full-price pizzas. He could never control the offer. With mobile and with the 90210 platform, he was immediately able to convert his coupon gatherers over to mobile VIP club followers and then drive them to an offer specific to when he wanted to drive that offer. So between the hours of, say, 2 and 5, he would send out that $3.99 pizza offer. And that's how he increased his sales for that particular day in that time slot, 298% sales increase. Guys, I don't know how many people out there are experiencing those kind of increases in sales. Not very many. And then you look at a 48% overall sales for his online sales. It's been absolutely incredible. And then more importantly, Dr. Scott, and I know you'll touch on this, but his ability to go build a following. And he spent 3 years to build a Facebook following of 2,000. Well, he's far exceeded that now with his mobile following in less than 12 to 14 weeks. That's the incredible power of the platform that we bring. It's all about social, it's all about mobile, it's all about viral, but more importantly, it's about value, not cost, but value that this platform brings to local businesses, and that's what's off the chart successful for them.
Yeah, when you look at it, I want to reiterate what you just stated because it's so impactful. You know, it used to be, even just 3-4 years ago, people were looked at as silly. You're crazy to brand yourself on social networks. That's just a thing for kids fooling around. Well, today, it's the norm. And today, you're a nobody in the market unless you have a social media presence. The next transition to that is mobile. And I love that statistic. It took Robert 3.5 years to develop a 2,000 following on Facebook. Greg, he did the same with 90210 in 10.5 weeks and is currently growing at a rate of 250 opt-ins per week. Today, it's about permission-based, value-based communication, and that's what mobile brings. I don't care if you're a Papa John's franchise. I don't care if you're a retail store. I don't care if you're a spa, a salon. I don't care who you are or what you do. Everything, your success equates to your ability to effectively communicate who you are along with the product, service, or cause of which you represent. And if you think that you're going to sustain yourself in today's mobile society without connecting via mobile, you are sadly naive at best. So, Greg, we look at what iZigg has accomplished over the past 2 years. We've looked at creating the fastest growing mobile media firm in the country. We've gone by other companies like they're standing still, not just because we have a superior mobile platform, but we have the best ability to acquire market share through entrepreneurs. Where, Greg, you can go out and share this brand with your contacts, and they in turn can go share with their contacts, and that process continues, all of which including 70 cents out of every revenue dollar, the company living on a 30% spread, 70 cents going back to us to go spread the word. Now, we provide no financial claims. There's no guarantees, but simple math tells us this. Even if we go build just a $1 billion firm, which I believe we will far exceed, that means that $700 million goes to the individuals that go and simply share this brand. You know, I don't know where else you can go in today's market and have this type of open market relevance, application, and most importantly, profitability, where you can begin profiting by being your own mobile media agency for as little as $1.23 per day. Greg, any person that can't make that business profitable in this market sector with this brand at this time, check their pulse and see if they're alive. Greg, talk to us about what happened here in Dayton, Ohio, small community in Little Ohio. And if you can picture, I don't care where a person is on this webinar from across the country, if we can accomplish this in a matter of months in Little Dayton, Ohio, you can go out and completely transition your life in your own respective community. Greg, talk to us about Dayton, Ohio.
Well, you know, this slide here is a true testament to the power of relationships and how this has built this company. Not one of those accounts, again, came from a cold call sales call. They all came from relationships with incredibly talented individuals like Jamie McGuire and Ted Zavakis and Butch Brown and David Casey, a number of different people who were right here in the community who happened to know people who knew people. That's what introduced all these brands to iZigg. And, guys, the only reason why they participated with this was because, again, the value and this product totally made sense. And then the other really powerful thing is everybody that put it to use saw instantaneous results from it. That's what really makes this thing so viral. Because when one McDonald's operator has success and tells another, guess what? They listen. Because then it's not about a salesperson telling a potential customer. It's a peer-to-peer conversation. And peer-to-peer conversations are what's leading to the mass success that this company's having. And this footprint right here is indicative of what we can do across the entire country. And on a per capita basis, I would venture to guess that Dayton, Ohio is pretty strong. But if we take that same philosophy to St. Louis, to Kansas City, to Dallas, to Los Angeles, to Seattle, to Chicago, to New York City, to Miami, to Atlanta, to Charlotte, to Charleston, all the way up the coast to Boston, guys, that is the real opportunity that we have because we've already proven the model. We've already shown that this will work. If it'll work in Dayton, Ohio, rest assured it's going to work anywhere across the country. All we have to do is get ourselves out and put ourselves in the middle of the transactional revenue that's about to happen.
Yeah, it really is that simple. When you look at the need for people to have viability and financial return, guys, we live in one of the worst economic times in American history, but where there's chaos, rest assured, there's massive income potential. We look at where there's chaos. I love where Michael Rutherford states that the way that people brand and advertise isn't just broken, it's shattered. We have the solution. Then we turn to the economy. We have the solution for any person. I don't care your background, your education level, your ethnicity. You have the ability to have your piece of the biggest brand in mobile media, build a business, build financial return, build mobility and flexibility for you and your family currently all across the country and in the upcoming months all across the global marketplace, where we take 70 cents out of every revenue dollar and we direct that back to us, not to be a mobile media expert, not to be a mobile media salesperson, but to simply share this brand, direct people to view our 3 short videos which are online 24/7 or can be viewed directly on your mobile device by simply texting mobile to 90210. And as you direct people to view these 3 short videos, you can't help but locate individuals and entities who want their piece of the biggest brand in mobile media and simultaneously entities and individuals who want to brand on the .com of mobile media 90210. Guys, it's a simple decision. Think to yourself, what else could you possibly do with $1.23 per day? You can maybe buy a cookie, maybe a candy bar, perhaps a coffee, or you can be part of the next game changer in the market today. Greg, we are very quickly approaching that tipping point, that point in market penetration where companies grow 50, 100, 200-fold as to the income for the individuals who are fortunate to be first, but being first without mass and immediate action is meaningless. The reality is this: if you don't get positioned and if you don't immediately communicate and share this brand with every single person you know and meet, someone else will, and they'll profit rather than you. It's a very simple equation. It's the power of people, the power of entrepreneurship, and the power of providing people the ability to have their piece of the biggest brand in mobile media. Guys, this is the game changer in the market. There's no more socially relevant. There's no more applicable. There's no more profitable place to be than the mobile media sector. iZigg 90210 is the .com of that space. Again, no financial claims. There's no guarantees. But if you want to change and transition your life, if you want to go work hard and smart and create that financial return in addition to mobility and flexibility and freedom, you found your home. Welcome to iZigg. Welcome to 90210. Let's go change the game. Let's go create the biggest brand in mobile media. And together, let's completely revolutionize the lives and lifestyles of each of our respective families. Greg, I appreciate you, buddy, being on the webinar tonight. I appreciate everyone's time. And with that, we'll conclude this webinar.